Have you ever had an idea that you believe could solve a real problem, but you didn't know what to do next? Should you protect it? Should you research it, build a prototype, find a partner, or determine whether anybody would actually buy it? The wrong decision can cost thousands of dollars, but indecision can leave a potentially valuable idea sitting untouched for years. One of the greatest innovations of my life began with a problem we were desperate to solve. Our grocery delivery business in Toronto, Canada, had a traditional call center with employees seated side by side, answering customer calls and entering orders. But the work was repetitive, turnover was constant, and recruiting and training were expensive. We could never be certain if we would have enough call takers when demand suddenly increased. Then our chief technology officer suggested something radical. What if our homebound customers could answer calls from their own homes? Brilliant. Many of these were people with disabilities who wanted to work from home or wanted to even go out to work, but they could not easily travel to a traditional workplace, even with the available bus transport that was specially designed for people in wheelchairs. So I contacted Bell Canada to order the call switching technology that we would need. Their response was simple. It doesn't exist. So we built it. We developed the technology in-house to route the incoming calls, to what we called our cyber agent CSRs, customer service reps, working remotely from their own home computers and in their own houses, usually their bedroom or an extra space they found in their dining room. That innovation eventually created employment opportunities for hundreds of people with disabilities. When Bell Canada recognized the value of our system, it began introducing us to major organizations, including the Canadian counterpart of the AAA, the road service company. They needed a more flexible and cost-effective way to handle fluctuating call volumes. That journey eventually brought us to Florida following Hurricane Andrew. The Economic Development Council of Florida brought us to Florida to help create employment, especially for those who needed to work from home. And this culminated in the multimillion-dollar acquisition of our company, Willow CSN. It's now called Arise.com. That experience taught me that innovation can create extraordinary opportunities, but it can also involve costly mistakes, unexpected setbacks, and decisions you may not yet feel prepared to make. Unfortunately, many promising ideas never reach their full potential. Now, if you are finding this information helpful, please click like and share. Here are 3 reasons that great ideas get stuck and what you can do to keep yours moving forward. Reason number 1, innovators fall in love with the solution before validating the problem. A flash of inspiration can be exhilarating. We immediately wanted to design it, protect it, build it, and tell everyone how wonderful it will be. But before investing heavily in the solution, we as innovators need to understand the problem through the eyes of the people experiencing it. That means talking with prospective customers, observing how they currently manage their problem, and testing a small version of the solution with actual users. Not only friends who may be reluctant to criticize our idea. When we recruited our first home-based cyber agents, we quickly discovered that our original switching system was only the beginning. Actual use revealed the need for call transfers, monitoring, scheduling, training, and other refinements we had not initially anticipated. We didn't learn that by admiring our technology. We learned it by watching people use it. Validation is not about proving that your original idea was right. It's about discovering what must change to make it valuable. Now, reason number 2, innovators spend too much money too soon. Once an idea feels exciting, there is a temptation to build a complete version, launch a major marketing campaign, or purchase equipment before enough has been learned. We took a more gradual approach. We improved our system through real-world use with clients and allowed referrals within the call center industry to help us grow without an expensive national advertising campaign. Then one of our clients, Purolator Courier, taught us an important lesson. Our champion there, Garrett Mullins, a senior executive, did not want to keep purchasing new equipment every time our technology improved. He said, "Could we just provide the technology and the cyber agents on a per-call basis instead, a bundled approach. That customer conversation helped us develop a more scalable business method, one that reduced the client's upfront risk while giving us recurring revenue. Sometimes the smartest innovation is not a product feature. It's a better way for customers to adopt and pay for the solution. Reason number 3. Innovators seek the right expertise at the wrong stage or try to navigate everything alone. Innovation requires collaboration, but sequence matters. An intellectual property attorney may be essential before public disclosure. A designer becomes valuable once the problem and the intended user are understood. A prototype specialist can help create something testable. A manufacturer should usually enter after the design has been refined, not before thousands of units of the wrong product have been produced. Even excellent advice can become expensive when it arrives at the wrong stage. And we certainly did not build our company alone. Our technology team, early cyber agents, clients, telecommunication partners, advisors, and investors each contributed something we could not have achieved on our own. The goal is not to know everything. It's to recognize where you are on the innovation journey, to identify the decision that comes next, and bring in the right expertise at the right time. The innovation journey moves through interconnected stages that include clarifying the problem, identifying who experiences it, evaluating the opportunity, considering intellectual property protection, validating demand, developing the solution, and assembling the right team to move forward towards commercialization. That's why I created the FPN Strategic Innovation Network to help innovators understand where they are on the journey, determine what decision comes next, and connect with the right specialists at the right stage. Now, I invite you to think of one idea that you considered developing. It might be a product, a service, a new business, or even a better way of doing something within your organization. With that one idea in mind, ask yourself, what specific problem does my idea solve? Who experiences that problem, and how significant is it for them? What evidence do I have that they want a solution? And what is the smartest decision I need to make next? Not merely the next activity that I could undertake. You may discover that your next step is not building a prototype or spending money. It may be talking with prospective users, testing one assumption, or finding the right expert to help you evaluate the opportunity. The distinction between decision and activity is important. An activity is, I need to design a website. A decision is, I need to determine whether this is the right audience. An activity example is, I should hire a patent attorney. A decision is, I need to determine what should be protected, when, and why. An activity is, I need to build a prototype. A decision is, I need to determine what the simplest testable version should demonstrate. A powerful idea does not need to remain a dream. With the right journey, the right decisions, and the right support, it becomes something that creates meaningful impact. If you are planning an association meeting, business breakfast or luncheon, a leadership program, or conference, I would welcome the opportunity to bring an expanded, interactive version of this presentation to your audience, filled with practical insights, memorable stories, and actionable next steps. I'm Gail Nichols. Let's help more great ideas move forward from inspiration to impact. And again, if you are finding this information helpful and valuable, please click like and share. And I would be happy to read your comments and suggestions. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey.